Hey guys, so we're back again, and as promised, I have the servo connected. I have the potentiometer here, and the pi where the servo is connected to. So, as you can see, the angle is sort of at 90 degrees, but let's gently change that. And then as you can see, the servo changing. You can see it change. And now it's at 90. So, now let's take it back. You can hear it. And there you go. The servo is working mostly, and we're at negative 89 degrees. Technically should be 90. So I'm going to show you the code. Now the Pico code is still the same, but here is the code on Guinea. So here we have pi GPIO factory to reduce jitter, angular servo. I defined the factory and the servo at pin 22. Min angle is at negative 90. Max angle is 90. I was able to determine this through trial and error. And the only change you'll see here is right here. So as you can see, it says response, and then you have the await, client read, get char, and then we have the characteristic. We have the value, which is the potentiometer value, which is the float. It's the response, but turned into float. Then we take the angle, we multiply by 180 degrees, and subtract 90. And the servo.angle, which is the value of the angle, is equal to angle. Then we print the angle, and of course we have the 0.1 second sleep. That's for delay because it's going to be necessary. And you can see, going back here, that the servo angle is at negative 89 degrees. So that's all the code that needed to be changed. So I'd say this was a success, that we were able to use Bluetooth on the Pico W to move a servo with this potentiometer and use the Pi 3B Plus with Bleak to control the servo. So I didn't mention this in my other video, but the reason this is actually a good thing to do remotely with Bluetooth is because the potentiometer is an analog device. The Pico does have analog pins, the Pi does not. So this would actually be perfect if you wanted to control this remotely. For example, if you were controlling a motor or LED strips, this would be perfect because you could just have the Pico as your control, and then the Pi will simply adjust. So it's actually a pretty good way of using analog control without having to use an ADC on the Pi. So this is pretty good. So we are not done, as in the future we'll be using more input devices to control with Bluetooth. So until next time, take care.